Thank you. CB is here. Drop game is working. And obviously, because I was in a rush, like I need to swap to USB key. So like this computer get the mic and the camera and stuff. And this morning, like in a rush, I didn't swap it. Why the sound is not working? And I will keep watching my phone just in case there's more fire. But how it's going, Sorty Dev? How it's going, sir? I'm excited for today's stream. I want to check. There was a new version. And the crypto. Oh, wait, I need to start the stream. At least it's a digital friend, so it won't keep it against me. I forgot to start. So let's do start. And we'll do 2d6. I think it's Dungeon app. Forgot the done. Not sure how I call the project. I think that's it for the notes. New windows. Let's go here. If I do behind. That's all the notes that go there. It's big. That's our last stream. We had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I don't know for you, but I know I did. But yeah, so the thing is, I usually project. Oh, see, it was. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. I didn't pick a good one. Well, all that, then you're already tired of me. Okay, bye bye. And it was. Maybe it's just 2d6 dungeon. Then the GitHub. Oh, I'm having connection issue. Oops. Unstable. Okay, I'm back. That's weird. Sorry about that. Hopefully we don't have too much this connectivity issue. That's weird. Oops. I'm having again? What's happening? What's happening? Looks like OBS is having trouble because I'm streaming music and that doesn't have any problem. Like, I know there's a buffer though. That's weird. So yeah, so I think the project is 2d6 dungeon for the next time, because I then have this where you can see all the project, but I need to create the project, and after that it will list all the stream with those projects. So I should do some cleanup. That will be on my to do. Okay, looks like we're back. The stream is started. So I think we're good. Woo! Okay, let's get started. So yeah, so Git Kraken had a new version, and I just did the update, like while waiting, but I didn't open it yet. So looking forward to see all those changes. So yeah, Git Kraken version 10. Pretty happy about that. If you didn't know, I am an ambassador of Git Kraken. I love it so much that they say, "Hey Frank, do you want to be an ambassador?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" But I don't receive any commission money from them. Just I like their tools. It's very useful. I think when you start using Git, and even after, it's a very powerful tool. I like because I can see the difference, the different branches. When I do like I want to do a PR, I can see better. It looks pretty cool. I used to they used to have a tool for like a board. I love that thing. They stopped supporting it because like there was already Trello and GitHub who had good stuff. I did try to use Trello. I don't know for you, like something like I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I need someone to teach me how to use Trello. But I like a lot the GitKraken board, but somehow Trello doesn't do the trick for me. Anyway, so they had a new version. Let's go maximize. Little Frank, bigger screen. Voila, that's better. So I want to spend a few minutes, hopefully you don't mind, about looking about the new changes. I know I'm on Linux. I'm on Ubuntu. New fetch. Ubuntu 22. And on my laptop. And resolution is a bit more narrow in terms of height. And see, like here, the resolution, it's not perfect HD. And I know that the version 9 something, I forgot what it is, like it was not working. I contacted them. They told me, yeah, we'll fix it. They told me like when, like how much to roll back. So I did that for a few weeks. I knew this was coming up, so I just rolled back for a little while, and I had no breaking changes or anything in like rolling back. But now version 10 is here, so one thing I want to make sure is, did they fix the problem of the resolution for me, at least on my computer? I feel maybe not. Seeing this, oh, maybe I can move it. Nope, but that's a pop-up. No, I can definitely, it's still going in my other screen. Maybe they didn't fix it. Oh, that's sad if they didn't. Oh, wait a second. That's, can I, maybe if I can adjust. Ah, there it is. Looked like they didn't do it. But how can I maximize it? Can minimize? But how can I maximize? I don't have the maximize button. Double click? Nope, no double click. Like, how do I... Can I make it smaller? Nope, that's the smallest I can go. that's sad. That's the fix. But nevertheless, like what's missing is the how do you call that? Status bar? Hey, Treeby, hello. You left before I could ask yesterday. Are you going to build? No. There's not a lot of people internally that would travel to go to build. We kept the money for other things. But I'm really involved, and that's why I started the stream late this morning. I had to work on a little something. And I keep watching my interesting. You think so? Cool. Well, like Microsoft is trying to be, not trying, it is, but like did an announcement. Will be very careful about his carbon footprint. So we are trying to be very smart about how we travel, when we travel, what we do when we arrive at the location, try to maximize our impact and stuff like that. So there was enough people. Obviously, there's some people who travel because it makes sense. Like they are presenting in person, something like that. So like there's people involved that will be traveling, but we're trying to be really, really smart. So is there anything that I could do that nobody else could? No, there was people close by that could do it. So we're just trying to be smarter. I think it makes sense. Shame. Yeah, they keep me here. No, I even went to present last week. Was pretty happy about that. Last Friday, that's why I was not streaming. It was because I was presenting. Yes, I do .NET stuff now. So in January, February, I moved. I'm still a cloud advocate, but I'm a cloud advocate that focuses on .NET. It doesn't really change much for me since when I was a cloud advocate, like I'm always like I've been a .NET developer for 20 years ish. So it's always how to connect to a database from a .NET app, and like my focus was like the database. Now it's like how to connect to a database using it from a .NET app, but my focus is .NET. So it's kind of the same difference, right? So yeah, so I do that. So you will see more and more .NET content in my things. So that's why I think even on my YouTube channel, like I think the last was not really cloud and it was more .NET. So it will happen from time to time. I publish on the .NET official .NET blog. So that was, for me, that was like a big step. That was kind of like, ooh, it's getting serious. I did some video on the .NET channel. I have more coming up. So yeah, it makes sense. I've been doing .NET for a while. It was fun to go in different places. So like I went to low code. I really liked the low code. I was there as a developer to see like how can the tool can help you. And since I love so much Logic App and all the integration tool, I was a great candidate for I had an open mindset, not like, oh, low code, it's not for me, I like to code. Everybody knew I like to code, but I was there to help them. So I did like a few months up there, and after that I moved to data but I didn't stay in data for a very long period of time. I think it was just like a transitional movement, and now I'm on .NET, and yeah, it's nice. It's a very nice team. It's a very wild spread team, so we're all across the globe. But no, very happy to be there, working with the .NET PM. It's fun. Jeff. He's a nice guy. So now I see him in my meetings. Wonderful. More Jeff. More C# Fritz. You do a lot more of .NET 2 Triple B, right? Because your team now is more all .NET right now. Yeah, because you used to do a lot more JavaScript. Am I right? Because I know like you're not new to .NET, but I thought in terms of content streaming, like there was C# Fritz and me doing kind of .NET, and I felt like everybody else was doing some kind of JavaScript. But you did some C# at some point, but I felt like you were a JavaScript guy or like TypeScript. Ah, okay, yeah. So I did some JavaScript for a little while, building CB, like my chatbot that I still didn't touch. I was like, I would like to do it again, but in .NET, so I could maintain it and had stuff in it. But just time, and now it's working, right? So until it's really broken, but I would like to change my chatbot to be different a little bit in .NET, so I feel it's more stable, because right now I feel like if I touch it, I will break it and it won't work anymore. Time, it's hard. And I was about to say something. Yeah, and with Jason, we had fun learning some JavaScript, building a game. So I also did some JavaScript because I thought, oh, it could be cool. A lot of people. I was very, what's the correct word? I was very like inspired by all the other streamer, because I consume also a lot of streaming, and like seeing all the others doing stuff. It's like, I want to try that framework. It looked cool. I want to do this. But then it was just taking me a lot of time. So I took the decision last year to say, no. I will do .NET so I can improve my .NET. I could have experience. And I feel while I'm trying to do stuff in .NET, that's when I hit issues, and then I can get back and do my job, right? Get back to like the product team, or like make a blog post about it. Say, hey, if you're like me and you had that problem, like this is how I fixed it. So I felt like that was better for me to just focus on .NET, because otherwise it's cool like if I found bugs or whatever in other languages, but I still need some experience in .NET. Like I feel like I have stories if I code in that language. So yeah. Anyway, so let's do a quick tour of Git Kraken version 10, and yeah, totally. And how, like, maybe that's a discussion more for offline though. Like you're doing it so much online these days. How does that work? That always online, like sometimes you're just like in your mood, but being recorded, broadcasted, and then like you turn on the mic. Do you like that? Was it to grow really your channel? It helps me to focus, because you feel like, yeah, I cannot just like look at my ceiling. I'm on camera. Oh yeah, that much? Okay. How long have you been working from home? Was it like, did you start working from home at during pandemic, or before you were also working from home? I feel like that's a struggle at some point. I think everybody hit the wall. Oh, okay, so 20 years working from, yeah. For me, it's like 9 or 10, like full. Before was kind of like part time. But yeah, I feel like everybody at some point hit some wall where like they struggle. and they need to make some changes to get back on the schedule. For me, the schedule right now is getting out of this chair. I need to move a little bit more. That's why you see me just, here from higher, not lower. Not because I'm not wearing pants. I am wearing pants, but I'm expanding. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, way more serious. Yeah, that's hard. And I feel when something, that's one thing I notice also. When something hits you or gets you past your defense and you're working alone, like even if we are in a team, you're working from home, right? You're kind of alone. I feel like it gets you harder. It's kind of like it get in your mind and kind of like set there. Like sometime for me, it's like I had some kind of bad time also where I was just like feeling like, is it the buzzer? Like shit. And like you don't have the small talk, you don't have others on your side to boost you up or just like look like, oh yeah, like he's also having a bad day, like I'm not alone in that, and kind of like adjust. Feel like when you're working from home you're alone, and I think it doesn't help, it's even harder. Hey, thank you for the follow, Emporium guy. Thank you. .NET being used outside of game dev on Twitch? Insta follow. Yeah, it is. I do .NET stuff all the time. Today it is kind of a game, but I'm more. It's a dice game, so like I bought on Kickstarter a project. It's a bit far right now. Let me go get it. That's what we will be working on. So 2d6, it's a paper game, dice, and those are the cards, the monster cards, and like you play, and you roll the dice. Let's say you roll 2 and 3, so now you draw, like it's a dungeon crawler type of game. So you draw like 2 by 3 the room, and then you roll again. Let's say you have again 2 and 3, so now it reads 26. So you go in the book and read the room definition 26, and it says, oh, like I don't know, like it's a jail, and like there's someone here, you will have to fight it and stuff like that, and you just kind of build your story. And then I really enjoyed it, and was like, I would like to play, but on my tablet. I would like to roll the dice without waking up everybody in the morning or something like that, or like be able to play on the car, because I do often very, very long distance, and I'm not always driving. I don't intend to play while driving, but sometimes I'm just like on the side, and I can talk to someone and just like do this, and like and on the tablet I had like the roll dice, I had the digital version of the books, so I could do this, but it was too much like app switching, and I was like, yeah, I think it could be cool to try to do it as like a game, but at the same time I use that as for a purpose to try different tech, right? So we worked on having a database in a container and running script when the container spawn on, and then we use a data API builder to scaffold automatically an API on top of that database, and then we use Blazor to like fetch this and like display different things. And after that, there was like Blazor, Fluent UI. So those are a library. It's Fluent UI is I think it's React. It's JavaScript component, UI component, but there's now a flavored blazer. And I was like, oh, let's give it a try. So we did that. So like it's always doing this, but sometimes it's more serious application, but it's .NET. The goal is to having fun, try different things, learns. Yeah. I was showing before. Do I still have it here? Yeah. So like there, like the stream, I call this stream Behind My Cloud. I do a lot of video on I used to do a lot of video on my YouTube channel. Now I do that on other YouTube channel. Still do a lot of videos. So Behind My Cloud, and I have like projects, and I will have like all the projects we worked on. So it's all open source, it's all over there. But like there's project where we'll like you unzip everything. And this is used, by the way, by American USA Department of Defense. This app. URL shortener. It's now used in New York for healthcare services to send appointment stuff. They integrated that, so now this project is part of Microsoft. Microsoft acquired this project, so it moved under Microsoft. Still need to work on that. So that was a URL shortener. So like, you know, like where we play on a lot of stuff. I feel like now I should do like some, but I feel like everybody, I should have one project that implement AI, right? But then I will be like everybody else. Okay, I'll do that, Mr. Looking my Discord. I need to be more active. That's also a thing. I want to get back at it. I feel like it's not I don't want to put that, well, I don't want to have like, okay, it's 2 p.m. I need to check my Discord every day, but I need to have a way to think about going more on Discord, but I cannot keep it always open because it's too distracting. I used to have like Discord, like, and at the same time, it was too many, right? I had Discord, Slack, Teams, because my team is using Teams, and like Insta, and like all the other. And at some point, I was like, no, like I need to focus. So I need to find a way to say, okay, like, this is my time. I used to have kind of a open office. I did try that for a little while I was just like kind of like working, opening the mic there, and anybody who could just join, listening to the same music as me. Maybe we chit chat a little bit or something, but not on camera. I felt uncomfortable back then, and that's why I was asking you, Triple B, because like, do you find that useful? Is people finding useful? I know like sometimes I go there, I see you like working, so I stay there maybe, I don't know, like 5 minutes, like easy, like ending is focus session, and then, you know, I left. Because I feel like, oh, it's just like bad timing, you know, like he's focusing. But I'm happy because sometimes like I just pause and like I feel like, oh, I'm catching you, and then I can chit chat, and then, oh, you're back to work, and I'm back to work, because anyway I had like 10 to 15 minutes break to do. So yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to do, Emporium. I think open source is very important. It's a good way to learn. People can get involved, can learn from each other, and like, I've been doing .NET for more than 20 years, and I still learn every day. What was it? I was reading a blog post recently about .NET, and I was like, what? I didn't know that, and like quickly took my laptop, did try to do it, and was like, what? I didn't know. That's awesome. Like, we learn stuff all the time, and that's the reason why I start streaming, is to show younger people like, hey, I'm old, I don't know everything, I'm not like you. When I do video, you see everything is working fine, but I practice, I polish my stuff, and like now I repeat that, and to make it interesting and easier to understand, like it's working, like it's a happy path. But this stream is not about a happy path. This stream is about making mistakes and learning from those mistakes. I've been streaming sometime where like for 2 hours I'm fighting against something and I don't resolve it. The other day was stupid. I just want to be able to create a database in a container and connect to it. And like that was not the work. I was planning to work on a demo because I was preparing for an event. I was like, hey, let's do the demo together. Like, honey, we need a database. Let's do it in a container. I thought it would be like a 2 minutes thing, and it took 2 hours, and I couldn't make it to work. But then after the fact, offline, because for me, I still need that demo, so I continued to work all day on that, but not all day because I figured it out. So the stream after, I came back and said, hey, this was our problem. The password was strong, but not strong enough. And like I could have done in like blah, like yeah, once you know it, it's always easier, but like it's those reflex to know what to do. Yesterday I was helping someone at work and he was struggling, and I was I would try this. Like my spider sense is telling me like I will try this. It solved the problem. And the guy was like, just like, what? In like 2 minutes, you solved my problem. I was like, it's not 2 minutes. It's 20 years of like failing that guide me about maybe the problem is here. But yeah. So yeah, that's the stream. I feel like I've been chatting a lot today. Maybe I should do that more. And I also like I'm streaming right now only on Friday, and I think I will start streaming twice a week. Just not sure how to integrate that better. That's why I was asking about Triple B schedule, because now he's like always on, so he has time. Triple B is like bald bearded builder. I'm having a lot of time saying his name, that's why I say Triple B. You can I should do a shout out. I think I have a command, right? Is it like this? Is this working? Okay, I need to do it, but without the at. Shout out to voila. That should work now. So yeah, he's streaming all the time, like all the time. But sometimes he's focusing. Sometimes he's like, he turn on his spin his chair and yes. Oh, so you know him? Yeah, he's great. On Friday, later today, you have Clarkio, also really good, doing some JavaScript, but still and playing game and like doing very fun stuff. There's Finite, sometime is doing. He was doing a lot of C. I think he switched for a little while to like some TypeScript or something. I'm not sure if he's back on C, but Finite is really good. Really visual stuff. There's Code Rush. Ban? Well, like, he was doing a lot of C. But anyway, Code Rush is definitely super cool to follow. Very visual stream. Very, like, a lot of... It's a noisy stuff. Like, there's a lot happening in your screen, but that guy is a genius doing a lot of things. It's definitely C#. C# Fritz. It's definitely C#. Who else is doing C#? We're definitely less people streaming on Twitch doing C#. Okay, let's do like the Git Kraken tour. So now they change it. So repository management tab. So we have a tab to manage all our repository. Before it was kind of like all over the place. Now they group that. I think it's cool. View open repo and save favorites. Okay, well, we'll try to see that. To group the repo with workspace. That was there before, but I think they change it. So now we can expand workspace. Before our workspace was like his own tab. Local sync workspace. Local sync workspace have replaced project directory. Allowing workspace to get sync with local directory. I'm not sure I understand that. Okay. Workspace are not part of repository management. Also, there's a lot of feature that are not useful for me because I work alone. Like I use that for my stream. I did at some point create a team, and I was like, oh, maybe like I will add other people. And in that time, the only one really kind of involved was Jason Hen, was my co-streamer. But we never use that feature. But there's team stuff there that could be pretty cool. But I'm not using, and I feel like workspace is kind of that. I use the workspace to group, so I have like the a workspace. So I can even not connect to those GitHub repository because I need to be on my work machine and have my work account and everything. So like I use that so like they are in a separate way. I use like the behind my cloud. I use my personal one. I have some project that are a little bit more personal, so I'm not yet ready to share, or like I just have one like for my draft when I'm writing blog posts. Like sometimes just like a very unfinished idea, just I would like to blog about that, and so like I'm putting some skeleton, so like I keep that private, so like it's people don't find it. It's like, well, like what's that? Like it's ugly or it's not finished or like this is not working. Like so I use that this way. Execute multiple repo action. Yeah, that's cool. It was there before though, so maybe like now it's easier to do because you could say, hey, like fetch all from all those repositories. That was cool. Cloud share, I use that a lot so I could have the same environment depending on different machine. Right now on Linux, I have a Windows machine. And my work machine is also Windows, though I'm also going a lot in WSL. And this week, see, I'm telling you, like we learn stuff all the time. This week on .NET show, .NET Live, it's a show we did. The guest was working from a Linux machine. I was like, that's cool. Like I do that too. Like I was very happy doing .NET stuff. And then he showed us that this machine was in fact a container. And I think that's very interesting because having a VM, to get a VM up to speed, takes a few minutes, right? You need to install it or whatever, like there. But the container, you just like download it. It's like a few seconds, right? Even except if your internet is slow, takes a little bit more. But let's say a minute. So in 1 minute, you have a UI environment. So like you could RDP into it, and you had everything. And that was a container. So I learned that this morning. I was like, this is awesome. I think I need to do something about it. And maybe I should do it with that guy. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So it's a container, and you could have tons of different. So like it's a Linux server, the owner of that container, and it's our desktop or remote desktop. And based on the tag you pass, you could have Ubuntu with XFSE or KDE or like open. I forgot all but you have like different Windows management. You could have Fedora, you could have Alpine, you could have Alpine, Ubuntu, Fedora. I forgot, like, but you have like a few, so it was pretty cool. So I think I will use that more. And that's why I'm also streaming from Linux, because walk the top. Well, like that's a real machine. That's my laptop here. It's running Linux as main OS. There is nothing else on that laptop that Linux. But sometime you're on a Windows machine, or maybe I want to play on Fedora or whatever. Fedora right now, I forgot why. I know Debian has been focusing on security, kind of make a big announcement. So I know one of my little machine, the mini PC that I use as a home server, is Debian. But I forgot why I wanted to like have one of my machine like running Fedora. I'm not sure why. Ubuntu, I use that just because it's the very most frequently used. So I feel like if I'm creating content and I use this, I will help others. That's why I picked it. And also it's really nice. I used to do that a lot on elementary, but it's not updating fast enough. Like it's late. So I really like the UI. It was a clean UI, but all the version of .NET and all the fix was like getting there way too late. And I want to work on like, if you know, I want to work on .NET 8 now, or like even give it a try to .NET 9 preview. But I need to have those bits quickly. Access to workspace from anywhere, execute multi-repo actions. Okay, so we read that. Prioritize code review. Oh yeah, but like this for me, most of the time, like I would use that a lot in like my teams because we do a lot of code review. But like for me right now, like though like for PRs, but recently like the repo where I'm the most active, I'm working alone, so I don't have a lot of PR, but I used to, like on the URL shortener, I used to have a lot of PRs. Just right now, less. I need to fix it. I need, like, there's one thing I need to change, and I think we'll be able to, like, make progress on that project. Take action on more scripts to help PR, filter workspace repo, team mode. So yeah, so again, like, I saw a demo of that. It looks really cool, but, like, on a team of one, that any improvement. Review mode, that's cool. I'm happy they have that. Code suggests what? Edit a file, GitKraken desktop, or switch GitLens. Oh yeah, I need to use more GitLens. Also, like GitLens is pretty cool. Are you using GitLens? This is nice. In VS Code, I really like that. Hey GameYor, how are you? How are you, my friend? Make suggestion in an editor while reviewing in GitHub PR and GitKraken desktop. Edit the file or suggest changes. Send them to PR. That's nice. So I could really do the PR in my GitKraken. Oh, I like that. Full circuit. Okay. Track suggestion. Track suggestions in Launchpad. PRs with code suggestion will be displayed. Okay, I like that. That's cool. You like your? It's totally fine. I'm a GitKraken ambassador. So if you do, is it referral? If you do referral, exclamation point referral, and that you'll see like you have a link. I will bring you there. I'm an ambassador of GitKraken, just because I love their stuff so much. So like when I do presentation, I'll have stickers or like stuff like that. I used to have like a few t-shirts, and when people are like using the tool, like using my referral, it give me points, and with more points, I buy stickers and give them away when I do talks and stuff like that. Copperbeard, who used to be one of my frequent he was watching me. He was active on the stream with us and stuff like that. It's been a while. Did you anybody saw Copperbeard recently? I feel like talking about him now, I feel like it's been a while since I saw him. So anyway, like they did like a swaffle and he win Switch. Nintendo Switch. So, you know, but I like the tool. I feel like it's just like it's useful. When I moved from, forgot what I was using, and then moved to Git, I was really confused at the beginning. We're talking like a few years ago, I don't know, like 15 years ago. And I was like, eh. And back then my team was using, what's the Jira tool? Source Tree, I think. And for me, that tool was not working with my brain. Like I was always very confused. doing tons of mistakes, very always unsecure and stuff like source tree. Yeah. So, and then I discovered Git Kraken, and somehow all the pieces of the puzzle just kind of like click. And I was like, okay, that's it. That's what I'm using. So that's why I start using that, and just keep improving and improving and improving. I really like that. In VS Code, GitLens is awesome too. So, and now they have like this, the Git Kraken dev. Let me sing into my account. I need to do that offline. Oops. Just sing in, and it will show my screen after. Though I feel like we should explore everything after. Well, at least I will be signed in. Let's bring it here. So now they have like a Git Kraken dev. So we'll have a look after to this. Let's go back to the news. So they're really, really, really listening. The community. They have a Slack channel and a Discord channel. They are really active over there. And now Chris is a cloud advocate for them. Chris, I forgot his name. What is his full name? He's a Twitch streamer. Yes, and it's free. Make suggestion and the edit. Okay, so we saw that. Let's go. Oh, finish. Okay, let's go. Yes. We'll have to contact them because I cannot still maximize that in my environment. That's sad. Maybe because I'm. Yeah. Let's close it and see if I reopen it. Maybe because I'm zoomed. Like it's opening in my second screen and then it will switch. Maybe that doesn't help. Anyway, can I make it smaller if I do 80%? Nope. Oh, the UI is like really, really nice. I really like that. Right? It's weird that I cannot maximize it though. That could be my why don't I have maximum? Like I have this here, but here I don't. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a setting? Preference? Let's go quickly through. I'm just looking to see if I can fix the profile, SSH, integration, notification, UI customization. Dark, like they have tons of, you can install new teams and stuff like that. See, like we're missing right now one of the settings. It's in my other screen. Like we're missing show 3 commits. Editor. It's cool. Terminal. Oh yeah, they have a terminal now. Experimental. I'll have to write them. Well, at least they are super fast at fixing stuff. Okay, let's have a look. So reading notes, dungeon app, that's the tool we'll be working on. So like when you had more or less, you could expand this section, but that's not new. I want to see the launch pad. That's, I think, for the like all the pull requests and stuff. Yeah, and like right now there's nothing for me. Oh, like yeah, there's the logo is pretty cool. So now I could switch team, but since I'm alone. Okay, so I could. So right now I'm with this guy. I could. The thing is, and that's one problem for me at least. Like one project that I could use a lot, this screen, I cannot do it from this laptop. Like with this account, but not this laptop because it's now moved in like Microsoft, and I need to be like on my work machine. And so like doing it with my other account. Oh, I have a PR. Like I won't have access to the real one where other people can do PR. So like I will see my fork. Nobody will work on my fork, right? Like and this account, that's not the account that I want people to work on. Like I want people to work on my like real account. This is just because for some specific GitHub repo, I cannot go and do stuff because I'm blocked, because like I'm an admin with this user, so I cannot go there except if I'm on my business laptop. Anyway, so if I go open, oh, look at that! Wow, that's cool. Okay, so those are so Behind My Cloud, Crossover, F Pusheros, Frank's repos, Only Microsoft Works, All Repository. Those all my workspace. So for example, Behind My Cloud, now I see all that. So I could do like check, and then like, okay, open those or init or like do stuff. Oh, that's nice. I have some JavaScripts. It's not. Yeah, this one is JavaScript, but like I just did like a wrap around package in JavaScript to put it in an Azure function, so I could call it in my integration tool. That's cool. So this crossover. Git Kraken demo. Journal, my notes. Okay. Have tutorials, that will be the URL shortener. Frankie's repos, like that's kind of like all the repo that are open source that we work, but I feel like I put the Behind My Cloud, like the one we are a little bit more active like recently. I like that. So like it is pretty cool. So what if I open this? Okay, I land on this page. I could still see pull requests there, though I have none. Cloud patch. Oh yeah, I did try to do the cloud patch. I'm not great with those. A cloud patch is a thing where like maybe you are fixing it, you don't want to commit, but you would like someone else to use it, so you could upload that and someone else will grab that patch and apply it without committing. So like you won't trigger any build or like make a build fail or whatever. So but you can share your fix. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I was planning to use that across computer, like working on that laptop and passing component on another laptop. I thought it could be interesting for me, like without having to commit. But I forgot why it didn't work. But yeah, it didn't work, and it was in preview. So now I think that now is out because it was. I think it was in preview. That's cool. So we have this. What else? Open repo clone. View workspace. Is it? Okay, so like we still have that. Okay, that's the workspace. Repo management. Is it the same thing? Yes. So, okay, repo management and the workspace is now the same thing. I could open a new workspace if I want. The terminal is pretty neat. So, you could do like, it's a bit like the GitHub CLI. I still need to learn my command. But there's neat command. Oh, I'm assuming if I just do Git Kraken. Oh, it's, yeah, Git Kraken command. So you could like do a bunch of stuff, see the release of your stuff. You could have your graph and things like that. So like it's simplified a Git command. If I do Git Kraken command and then graph. Oh, I have the IntelliSense. That's cool. Can I do that? No, repo. I need to have a repo. I thought I was in a repo. So, Git Kraken command. Why do I go in a specific repo? I'm assuming to go in a specific folder. Okay, if I go in dev, GitHub, Boucher, 2d6, whoops. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wow, that's pretty neat. So I have my panel there, and if I go up, and I say graph, it's the same thing. I thought I will be doing it in character or whatever. Okay, Git Kraken command. What? Okay, space. Diff argument 1, argument 2. Oh, that's nice. Blame history. That's cool. So launchpad. So why 2d6 is not here? 2d6 workspace. Oh, maybe I need to change it if I do this. Or is it? Okay, so if I have like no workspace, that's where he found stuff. Wimp. It's wimp. Oh, it's the difference, right? Okay, 2d6. Okay, and if we go quickly through the version, the Git Kraken dev, if I go a little bit smaller, I feel like that was big. Maybe. So it's preview right now. So see, you have the cloud patch. Currently, I was unable even to like push one workspace. I feel like it's empty. Whatever. Okay. So, plan of today. Let's go in this repo. Put that in the chat for you. Drop. Yes, I didn't land today. So yeah, so that's the project we are working on. Like I said, it's a little project. That's how it looks. Um, and right now we're at a point in the game where I landed. Yeah, ran out of cat. All the digital friends. But I'm standing proudly in the middle. Someone else landed. Robosaurus landed. 41. That's not bad. Another one. Hippo Rapper. Larky Dev. Oh, maybe you will land. Oh. Ah. So yeah, so I was building that, kind of like going through. It's rigged. No, I landed. It's not rigged. It's working. I was trying to go with what I thought was the biggest challenge. Drawing was one of the challenge I thought, and then like filtering, structuring, and stuff like that. And now the next step for me is how will I? And I don't intend to do this game as like rebuilding the game. I think like we still need to like it's you still need like I'm not redoing the game. I want the app to be kind of a companion, helping you maybe to draw, helping you maybe to like keep that and stuff like that. But like like it's still like a solo game, so you still need to take decision and kind of build your own game. I don't want to replace the game. So right now we are building or prepping for like fighting when you do encounter. Like I was saying, like you arrive in a room, it's a jail, there's a jailer, you need to fight. So what we did at last stream was, sorry, my phone is. Oh. Okay, nothing urgent. So we add some creature, and I'm using the same vocabulary. So adventure, adventurer, like all the words I'm using are the words from the books. So like I'm trying to have the same vocabulary, so everything match, right? So like the gods and the creature. So we did add a few creature last stream. So now if I go here, clear, and just do 2d6, it should start my database. Cool. So if I do localhost and 5000, it's LT. If I do this /swagger, I'm using data API builder, and it creates data API builder. Look at your database. You have a configuration file. It's a JSON document, and it will create a REST endpoint and a GraphQL endpoint. And one blog that I need to publish and like record a video about it, like everything is set, I just need to sit down and do it, is about how to do GraphQL queries from .NET using Strawberry Shake. I did some video 2 weeks ago, I think, during the .NET Dev Day, but we had so much to focus on that I didn't have the time to really go into the details. So like I think it will be complementary. I want to show was the local host and go with here the banana cake pup. So that's the environment. So let's say I do a query, say get creature. I want a creature. I could do this. And I'll have like all the creature we have. We have only 3 right now. So tuck, guards, and artisan with like the health point and stuff like that. And I could add more things. There's intelligence. So if I do control space here, I have like, hey, like, what are the maneuver they have, the description if I want. Let's like do description, and now let's say I have maneuver. Those are the in the fight they have a different way. So like when you roll the dice, depending on what you hit, you can say, okay, I'm doing this. Like the way it says, instead of like, hey, roll to see if you hit, you roll the dice, and then like it says, you know what, let's do this, and I will do the 2 maneuver. What else can I add? There's interrupt. Let's put this. So if I do this, so now let's say for a tug, let's me switch side. So for a tug, for example, he has 3 health point, and description is like blah 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 blah, like, you know, like their stuff. And the maneuver is like, if you roll, what's it again, 3 and 2 on the dice, then he can execute a punch, and that's 1d6 minus 3 of damage. So in combat, there's that. And there's also, I forgot how you call that, but you call that, what's the keyword? When I say he, I mean the author. His name is Toby. He's also like streaming, sharing the, he's working right now on the new version of that. Oh, you call them shift. So you have shift point. So, and then like the higher you go in level, the more shift point you have. So like shift is you can turn the dice. So if, for example, I don't know, I roll the dice for a tug and I hit 3 and 3, but he has 1 shift point because he's a level 1, then that means the second dice where it's 3, I could spin it 1 to get 2. So now he could have a punch. So, and sometimes you have more than 1 maneuver. So you could decide, oh, I will try to go to that specific one because I don't know, like you're fighting a skeleton, and skeleton are resistant to like bows and arrow. I'm just making up stuff. So like you instead, like, no, you want to use your mace. So like here, that's why you would try to go through one instead of the other. So you could, using your shift point, you could change that. So I feel like that's why I'm saying, like, it will just help putting things together and maybe make suggestions and things like that. But like, I'm not putting any intelligence in the game. I think the intelligence will be in your brain or in the book's rule. So like, you still need to have the book's rule and have an idea of what you're doing. But yeah, like, you know, like I won't try to, like, I put here, as we can see, I put some like vertical pipe here. So I will try to parse the maneuver and say, hey, there's 3 different information. I'm guessing I can parse that one too. So when you roll, I could detect that it's match or not a match. But here, the damage, I won't do anything. My plan is just really to affect that. And then you could say, okay. And that's where I'm not sure what I need to do. I guess at some point, I will have some like, okay, I want to roll. What do you want to roll? Just 1d6 or 2d6, something like that. And then let's say you roll 20. And it's okay, it's not with 2d6, it's not 20. But let's say you roll 12. So 12. And okay, I need to remove this. So then I need to I'm not sure. Not sure how we'll do. Maybe I should parse that. Maybe not. We'll see. Maybe that's the AI part. I know. I'm not sure yet. I will do everything. But see here, there's 2 maneuvers. So depending on how you roll, you could say, oh, I will try to go to do a stab or a swipe. Even if the swipe is like, no, in fact, the stab is less damage. Maybe it's easier for you to hit that depending on like the dice you roll and stuff like that. there's interruption, the way interruption works is when I'm attacking on my dice, so you have primary and secondary. So every time I roll a 3 on the secondary, like he's blocking with his shield, and it would be one less damage. So like, I'm not sure yet how I will implement that. So maybe you will have to read and then adjust manually the value of like your health and his health or something like that. Not sure yet how far I will push that. I think it will be by iteration. So, but that's the point of it. That's why I'm doing that. It's just to have fun and like at some point, okay, how can we do that? Like, you know, how can I parse that and be efficient? How can I understand when it's there and help the player and all those things? So we did that. I know I worked offline and I added more data. Let's go in. I added more data. What did I add? I think we added just okay, yeah, so I added more room. Yeah, okay. So to be able to encounter creature, I needed to have room with creature. So I added more room. So there's small room, medium room, and big room. Like small, regular, and large. So I had room where there was encounter in it. I think what I did also initially, because I was not sure, I just put kind of like a partial description. I reached out to Toby, the creator, told you like he is the creator of this game. Let's go bigger so you can see it. The other way, Frank. Toby. So I reached out to him and he was fine with me putting all the information, at least for level 1. For like, so like the dungeon has 10 level. So like I will put all the information so you could do the level 1 using the game. But nevertheless, I think you still need the books. And I think on his side, when he did do the promotion of this game, level 1 was available on Facebook. I think by then in Europe, and Facebook is definitely more popular than America, I would say. But yeah. So that's what I did. I had that. I did add a little bit more creature also. So I think when we did the stream, the first stream, we kind of created the database, the table. So now I had like, and we just had tug. So now I had guard and artisan. Based on the room I had, those were the data. And there's another one here that we cannot see because the screen is, but if I go down my way, jailer. So we also have a jailer. Remember in my example, I was using jail and jailer, so like that's what. So we did that schema. Yeah, it's true. In the one of the field was not long enough, so I was getting error, so I fixed that. And I did that offline. I need to code more often. Sorry again, my phone is buzzing. I just want to make sure it's all good. And I don't think we'll be coding a lot today. But felt good. I like the sitting position though. Screaming up, standing is great. I feel like we didn't code today though. It was a good stream. What are those numbers? It's in this file. To what? What's that? Oh, that's the collapse. It's interesting. What's that? That little GitHub action. Okay, that's cool. That little logo, when I minimize it, here, that's a GitHub action. So I have a one GitHub action. I think it's building when I merge. So we have data now. I think what I will have to do is like refresh my knowledge of like what needs to be done. I know like there's like we could be working also like there's he created cards for that. Let me just like I'm opening the box. I think he created a card to help us like putting stuff. Oh, I had it also on paper. Yeah. I have it here. Well, I think I have it on paper version. It will be bigger to show you. I have the same version. I'm using the paper version, but I have like the digital version of it. Could use this. So you can see what I'm seeing here. Oh yeah, so it's here. Let's go bigger. So like this card here, this is like how you should put your dice because you have fatigue and stuff like that. So I think we'll have to build a screen that look a little bit like that. And probably have something to say, hey, I'm fighting this. Because when you get in a room, like there's nothing that say, hey, it's time to fight. It won't switch automatically. So in the UI, we'll have to put something. No, I want to do this. And can I do F5? No, that's everything, right? Yeah. What if I go... What if I go here, Solution Explorer, Client, and I do debug, new instance. Let's just try to see if it works. Oops, I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry about that. So what I did is I opened the in Visual Studio you have that dev kit, and you could debug. So I started from there. So that's the project. The API and the database are running. So it start. Hey, voila, it's working. So we have our game. So you could load an adventure, but I don't think I have any. Yeah, so you can create a new one. So you could create a new character, and you can say, hey, let's create Alex Badass. Then you can pick the weapon you want. Let's go with a great axe. Now after that, you need to pick two maneuver. So let's pick this one and this one. And after that, you need to select your armor piece. And that's all part of the instruction where you like it explain what you have to do. So like, okay, let's go with the pad tunic. Magic scroll, I have one magic scroll. So let's go with the mental whip. So now I could save it. An error occur. Response code. Not found. Whoops. Oops. So something happened. It's been a while. So look like we couldn't. That's sad. There it is. It's been a while since adventure created. Okay. Well, I was having trouble creating the adventure, but once you have that, usually you could start gaming. Let's refresh. just continue. Let's save. Let's close this. I'll create a dungeon. Interesting. I could create a game, but I don't have yet an adventure. So when you start a lobby, always, so like the size of the lobby is interesting. Let's do this. We'll create longsword. We'll create this. Sounds like it was 2 mana. Let's pick this. Let's pick that. Let's try to save again. Okay, so it's not able to save an adventure. So let's do a hard refresh. Let's create an adventure, and instead we'll pick that one. So we have Toby, and now we could create the dungeon. So the size is random, so it's 3 by 2, so like 3 by 2. But the lobby, so the blue door is where you enter to the dungeon, and the lobby always have 3 doors. After that, each room will, like, the number of doors are also random, and like it's by a dice. So now everything is ready. I have an adventure, have my lobby generated, and that's what you need to start the game. So you could say start. And now we have our lobby, and we could go see the dungeon map right now, and the room detail is this is the entrance of the dungeon. The room is empty. So now we could go in the adventurer. Why it's doing this? Adventurer, and see the details of our adventure. Right now I'm just like displaying that. Obviously there's work to need to be done here, there, other stuff. We'll put more there eventually. So now there's 3 doors, so west, north, east. So I think if I pick a door, it says I have 3 options. You show me 4 maybe because I can quit. So now I could say, hey, let's go north. So if I do this, I can open it. And I think this is where I am right now. I need to draw another room, put it on the canvas. And we'll also need to manage the fight, but yeah, that's where we are. Setting, I have different teams. You could use dark teams. Database test. That's what we're working on, the database. Looked like I didn't refresh my test. It's definitely getting the stuff since we're able to fill the form, but like there's also issues. Dice. Make sure it was kind of random. And yeah, so that's the game. That's what we're working on. But I think for the next time, so like right now I really want to focus on the fight screen, and I think we'll be doing that on the next stream, or maybe tonight. Though tonight I think I will be busy, but I don't know. I want to stream more and code more regularly. Maybe like if I do chill, a bit more relaxed stream, I do that more often. But yeah, that's the plan of the game. So I hope you enjoy this update of today. We looked at Git Kraken 10, version 10. Give it a try. It's free. You have referral. If you're watching on YouTube, in the description you have link over there too. Give me points. With points I get stickers, when I give back those stickers when I do events. I wish you all a good weekend. Go outside, or at least try to go outside if you can, and I will see you on my next stream. Bye.